You know, the horrible thing about places like this, despite it being so beautifully, is that unfortunately people have been feeding alligators. I've had 3 alligators, one being right in front of me. This one is a big one, by the way. This is easily a 9.5 footer right there that you see in the shot. They've been circling me, which means that with all the people that come here, oh, look how big he is. Such a broad back. People have been feeding them, otherwise they wouldn't be here following me like this. We're gonna come back to this guy in a little bit, but you can see how big he is. He was following me for a while. He thought that I didn't know. He snuck underneath the kayak and then popped up on the other side of me. There he is over there. And then I made a swoop and a splash, and then popped in front of my kayak again. Him and his little cousins. And again, this is not a case of being afraid of him. It's more of a sheer disappointment. The fact that he has no fear of humans. This is not a territorial display. This is purely he's off in the back over there. This is purely him coming for some food. Very unfortunate. But we'll come back to him in a little bit. Now, the reason why you're seeing such a big alligator here is because this is a very old and established territory. If you look all around me in the video, you'll see that even cypress trees are in the water and mature. There's been a reclamation site. It has been here for a long time, and this alligator more than likely is about 50-60 years old. That's why he's so big, and more than likely he's lived here all of his life. Let's see if we could find him again. I'm sure he'll be here somewhere. Oh, there he is, around the corner. Straight ahead over there. We'll be catching up to him in no time. But yeah, as you see, like trees over there across the lake, they're, you know, cypress trees, and they're probably 25 years old, more or less. So the alligator would have to be about that. He is big too. There's multiple ways to kind of guesstimate how big the alligator is. The most common one is by the size of his head. You multiply that by 3. I really don't gauge him like that anymore, because I've seen complete reversal. Like, for example, on the juvenile spectrum, alligators, you know, they tend to have smaller heads and larger bodies. So I typically look at how broad the back is, just how mature the scutes are, to get a sense. But he is big, he is big. And he knows it too. The fact that he is out in the open like this means that this is his territory. He is the boss. He knows that he owns the place. You know, different time of year, I would have said something like, oh, it's too hot, and how much I want the wind. This time of year, not so much. It's not cold. It's like 80 degrees, but the fact that it's perpetually blowing wind is, well, let's just say that I am very thankful that I have a kayak with pedals, because going into the wind, and so far I've been going like about a mile or so. Oh, look, there's some people over there. They have it easier. They have a boat over there. But yeah, you could see how I'm being pushed every time the wind blows. Just thankfully my ability to steer and pedal make things a heck of a lot easier. Yeah, and it's just been so windy. It kind of comes and goes, thankfully, but most of the time it stays. Coming back would be a lot easier, that's for sure, with the wind blowing in my back. I did get to see some big alligators. Most of them are hidden in all the thick vegetation. On a windy day like today, they're really not looking to play. Oh wow. Oh man, I just missed it. That was a great blue heron with a snake in its mouth. It decided to fly away. But yeah, windy day like today, nobody wants to play. Everybody's trying to hide. Because essentially it's blowing, I would say maybe 15 mile an hour warm wind. Like warm, 80 degrees maybe warm. It's actually drying up. Trying to drink as much as I can, because I could feel the moisture being sucked out. It's supposed to be raining next 3 days, so no wonder. And all around me you could see, oops, Newfar or Nilumbo or whatever the heck this thing is called. The common name is water lily. If I come back here at a different time, all of this would be yellow with flowers. Really cool. Looks like it's settled here. See all the bulbs in the shot? Like yellow bulbs. Those are flowers. So if you come here when they're blooming, or at the right time of day, you'll see them open up and all of this turns into a sea of yellow color. Those ducks that you see off in the back over there, that black duck looking thing, the only time when I see them is in vegetation like this. They just love this. They jump from lily pad to lily pad. It's just perfect for them. And it's getting thicker. See if we could squeeze through. Alligators like this place too, because you can't see them. Thankfully, now that we're in the thick of vegetation, the wind has eased off. And all around me, thin thicker. See if we could squeeze through. Alligators like this place too. You can't see. The benefit of having a kayak over those two guys in a boat that we've seen is that I could get into a little nook like this and just keep going. The downside to having a kayak like mine is the fact that I have pedals. So if I didn't have pedals, I'd be able to paddle even further. And even though I have a paddle on this kayak, it is very uncomfortable to paddle because it's just so wide and you have to stretch out your arms. It's doable, don't get me wrong, I've tried, but it's just not practical, if you know what I mean. Getting mileage out of this garden stake that I bought. If you remember, this is it, by the way. If you remember, initially I tried to use a PVC pipe. In comparison, we're gonna go slow and see if we could get through. But yeah, that PVC pipe unfortunately didn't work out too well. I'm expecting little alligators out here, you know, something like 3 or 4 feet. So if they start jumping, don't be surprised. From the shoreline, that is, obviously. Alright, it looks like I may have to break out my push pole. That is getting very thick. Well, let's see if we could... I don't know how deep it is though. But it looks like there's a passage of sorts, I hope. I'm getting mileage out of this garden stake that I bought. If you remember, this is it, by the way. If you remember, initially I tried to use a PVC pipe with a wooden dowel. I don't know, not gonna work. It's about 10 feet deep, I'm thinking, because I can't touch the bottom. But yeah, this thing is 8 feet long. And we're just gonna have to push. And the advantage behind it is just how light it is in comparison We're gonna go slow and see if we could get through. But yeah, that PVC pipe unfortunately didn't work out too well. Oh, alright, there we go. Now it's shallower. And this garden stake is much sturdier, less flimsy, and also very light. Like very light. I would say easily a quarter of the weight. The downside is that it's 8 feet instead of 10. So, but as you can see, I'm making my way through this. So it is working. There we go. Oops. Sometimes you just need just a little bit of help, that's all. But the fact that with the use of a stick I'm able to get into more places is really cool. The upside coming back should actually be easy because wind is coming from that direction, so it should be able to just push me right through everything. Oh look, the color of the lilies is different. Now that I'm a little bit closer, some of them are white, some of them are yellow. I can only imagine what it looks like when everything is opened up. But the fact of the matter is you have to be here at the right time of day to do that. And I you know, I'm not willing to spend the entire day out here, nor am I willing to wake up extra early to be here, as much as I like it out here. Like today, for example, set my alarm clock for 7 o'clock, and that's about as early as I'm willing to get up, because I get up at 5:30 to get to work. This is the reason why I kayak. It unleashes the spirit of adventureman in me. I get to see really cool things. Very close. Very sort of in the element. Gets me out and about. I think I may have come up either on a optical illusion or the biggest alligator that I've seen off a kayak. Straight up ahead. There. What do you think, guys? Oh, he's big. Look at him. Big, big, big. Let's see if we could get a little bit closer to him, Mr. Humpback. The fact of the matter is, at first I thought that, you know, maybe he's arching his back. But the fact of the matter is, I saw that shape from a very far away. So either he has a broken back, or he's just really that big. There we go. So let's see. Have to be a little bit more careful out here because it is shallower. Oh, there's a second one. Alright, I think I know what's happening. Oh, there's another one. Well, this is awkward. There's two big alligators and a girl, and this is the beginning of the alligator breeding season. See that? They might be sorting out their territory. Ooh, there's a third one in the back. Could see them. This might get interesting, folks. They know that I'm here. I know that they're here. And I wanted to go past them. And they are big. Like the one in the front of the shot. Big alligator. He might even be a foot bigger than the previous one we've seen earlier today. He is big. And the fact that he hasn't vacated himself from here means that he is very much protecting his territory. There's another one. I'm gonna zoom out for a minute. There's another one off in the back over there coming here. Look at that. Arching their backs. This is a territorial display, that's for sure. Swimming alongside each other. Like that. Sticking their back out, trying to look really big. I'm gonna zoom out again. Well, thankfully they allowed me to get by. I'm gonna give them a little bit of a pass on the side. Look at that. Look at this guy. Oh, there he goes. Wow. I was actually planning to take the channel where they are because I wanted to see what's up ahead. I could see that the waterway is curving, and the only way I could see it. No, let me see. I could see bubbles. If you follow the bubbles, you could see where the alligator is swimming. And he is swimming right underneath of me. And the second one is right over there too. Times like this, they're not taking a deep breath. They're really just trying to hide underwater where they feel safe. Alright, yeah, it looks like, well, I don't know, what do you think, guys? It looks like it goes further a little bit, but it gets really thick, and I think I'm gonna turn. Nothing to do with alligators, just don't want to turn in the channel. I'm on all the lily pads. So yeah, the other alligator was coming from over there. This here would be a perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna turn. Perfect breeding ground. Because it's out of the way. Nobody bothers them. There's lots of wind protection. If you see on a windy day like today, the water beam's so calm. It's all because of the trees that are behind me that are blocking. And I've already told you guys that the alligators are not particularly fond of the wind to begin with. And that's why you see a mommy and a daddy and a grandfather and a grandmother all in the same place. And they're big.